Ministry of Darkness is a very divisive mode. If you ask anyone who's used credits on the event, it's great. But for anyone who is either saving for Season 11, choosing not to spend, or is unable to spend money on the event, it seems like a very different opinion has been formed. This guide I've made for you hopefully will help bridge that gap, helping some of you make your way across the finish line to that insanely overpowered limited edition Undertaker card and some of the very tasty undercards. But I'm going to ask you to comment down below what your best reward from the event so far. Maybe you've gained your second Zelina Vega, or perhaps the hardest reward of all, the Inferno Liv Morgan. Yeah, she's by far the hardest to get. And if you add the name of this finisher to your comment, I'll give you a heart just for doing so. So the mode itself is broken down into two parts, summoning and zombies. The deck you'll be using is split into 5 parts, each offering a power-up bonus for extra deck strength in the zombies mode. Those 5 parts being hands, feet, specters, pumpkins, and skulls. The rewards for the event are also split into 3 sections, zombies, stages, and ghosts. Now, if I may be brutally honest with you all and say out the gate, if you're free to play only, then do not expect to complete every level and get the special Undertaker card without a grind and great time management. We'll come back to you credit users in a moment. If you are free to play, however, I'm about to blow your mind, because much like previous modes like Throne Hunter and Car Smasher, you don't need to play Ministry of Darkness until you've completely maxed the cards in your deck. There are 2 disadvantages to this though. 1, you won't be able to finish the quest, and 2, you will also miss out on time played for the zombies rewards. But that choice is yours. Now, if this guide goes on to help you even a little, please do a massive favor and leave a thumbs up. It takes 2 seconds and is completely free. Then subscribe to the channel if you are interested in finding anything about Season 11, as we'll have everything as and when it drops, and hopefully the final answer to that hidden code. We're still working it out, guys. It's just taking some time. You'll be using 1 zombie token for each game of zombies you play as you make your way through the stages, and these are found on the draft board, in the 4 hourly free packs, survivor awards, and TLC for drawing or winning matches. I have guides for both TLC and Survivor, which I'll link in the top right hand side of the video. There's also a quest to get more, so take advantage of that whilst you can. Outside of that, the mode is suffering from a lack of promo codes, QR codes, and sourcing for these tokens. Free packs pop up from time to time, but I'd recommend using super coins for draft picks to gain tokens that way. If any codes do appear, I'll let you know on my community page on YouTube or in a future video. For free-to-play players, the bottlenecking point of this mode is around stage 4 level 3. This is because your blue ghosts, those being the feet, specters, and hands, which are the easier ones to find in summoning, will only give you enough power to make it to this point once they're maxed out. After that, all focus goes on to the hardest to obtain, pumpkins and skulls, and it's there that this mode flops hard. Pumpkins and skulls have roughly the same appearance rate, almost invisible unless you're willing to part with some cash. I personally dislike this, and I really hope that Cat Daddy changes that drop rate. These boosts are found in the mode store and go up to a maximum of level 5. The total amount costing around 8,000 credits to buy all of the upgrades. It's important to add that the drop rates only really increase to a noticeable degree anyway at level 4 and 5. So in my personal opinion, don't purchase level 2 or 3 unless you're right at the very end of the mode and are desperate for pumpkins and skulls. But even then, is it really worth it? Now on to summoning. This is where all 5 parts will appear that you need to collect for the ghost rewards and to strengthen your deck for zombies. There's no real strategy here, just tap hard and quick. You'll get 1 free attempt every 4 hours with an ad-based attempt, then credits-based attempts ranging from 50 credits all the way up to 1,500. My advice is to ideally use used 3 attempts, so 1 free, 1 ad, and 150 credits. This next part is important. Set alarms for every 4 hours, as you'll need it to ensure you get as many pumpkins and skulls as possible. Onto the rewards, and let's start with the ghost rewards. I would completely forget about AJ Styles and Liv Morgan if you're a free-to-play player, as the drop rate is simply not enough to make it happen. Sorry guys. Regarding the stages, unless the drop rate changes, I'd also take your focus away from getting Undertaker unless the previous issues are fixed. It's going to be a rough realization, just preparing you now in case it doesn't happen. However, Zombies rewards are completely under your control. You'll need to take out a maximum of 1500 zombies to get the best rewards, including Bianca Belair, like I'm doing right now on my poor man's SuperCard. And this is just through playing. And a sneaky little hint there, love the Bianca Belair card. She is the most powerful, mainly because of that equipment which we had in Dungeons and Dropkicks. The best levels to grind for zombies is level 5 in every stage. I know it's like a minimal difference, but hey, everyone counts. You can keep spamming every level that is in the current stage, but once you've passed the stage, you cannot go back to it. So just bear that in mind. But how did I get on with the event? Well, you're about to find out as we segue across and tell you about some secret rewards you might not know about. In fact, there's 2 sets of secret rewards. Segue. We are at the final stage of the event. It has not been cheap. I'm not even going to try to hide that fact from you guys. But there's a little secret at the end, which a lot of people maybe don't know. Now, season 11 is just around the corner. You don't have to go fast. Just hold back because the event will ease up as time goes along. Just keep your eyes open for things like locker codes. Keep coming back every 4 hours. Get your summoning potion done. It is time to take on the final level of the Undertaker event. The thing is, you don't have to rush. Take your time, unless you're like me and you do it for science. So we're gonna get our rewards for the zombies. First of all, we have done like just over 1250. I'm gonna try and smash out 1500 for Bianca Belair. Next pack is 2 rarity draft picks. It is not easy. It does get ridiculously hard. I had a question what the candy corn is used for. Zelina Vega there, who I do have a pro of, and if you do get her and happen to have the equipment card from the Street Fighter days, she's very, very powerful. The candy corn is not used for much. It's just leveling up food, basically. Another 3 rarity draft picks, that's 5. No super coins in this, which is a little bit Last one, we get even more candy corn, and now we just gotta wait to get Bianca. Now we're gonna go over to the ghosts, and there's more than one of these Undertaker caskets, and I'll let you guys guess what that means. We got a Shinsuke Nakamura there. I was able to get him pro, thankfully, through Walk the Ropes. Another Zelina Vega. See, I told you it's not difficult to get a F2, F3. We got the pumpkins, gets me another AJ Styles, which is an F2. 750 Flaming Skulls gets me a Liv Morgan #1, which will get me a pro once we are done, but it's gonna take a while if you don't buy the potion boosts. You're gonna want to be making sure you log in every 4 hours to get your summonings done. The main benefit of buying the potions, if you've seen them in the store, is to get the higher level or the harder to find skulls and the pumpkins. You're going to be able to get the Liv Morgan Pro much, much easier. That Liv just looks absolutely amazing. 500 extra hand ghost gets me a 3rd Undertaker casket. So again, you might be getting the theme, but how? Let's go to the deck so you're going to see what I've got right now. I have maxed out every single power-up. The big power-ups are the last 3. The others, I'm not really that bothered about, and I rarely see the slow time. You don't get to choose when you use these, so you could be really careful. 23 zombies, level 6, stage 5. Let's start it. This is not friendly, but it gets worse. It gets much worse. We've got the 3000 boy over there, the big boy. I'm gonna go drop in the 999 just to get rid of these guys. Should have waited a little bit there. I'm gonna drop in the 600, 500, the 900's in play, and the 600 here. And I believe that pack is what gets us a certain dead man. We'll see in a second. The 500, I'm gonna do 700 on this one, this bad boy. I don't know what else to do here. I think I might be stuck. Gonna go 800, and then I'm just gonna have to drop this one there. Okay, we used the boost. 900 is good on that bad boy at the back. It's coming over the hill. Is it a monster? No, it's a zombie. Are you blind? And 2 extras left. This one we can take real slow, baby. We can dance. We have a power-up to go along with it. It is over. First of all, the Undertaker, 226, which you'd probably say is quite high, but there is a reason for that. But it's a cracking card, definitely, almost certainly the best male card in the tier, like without even a shadow of a doubt. Maybe a number 1 PCC might be able to top it. We get another pack off the bat, and we get Dragonly Enigma. My luck with those packs at the end has been pretty rough. That is 1 done, and that's 1277 zombies. Got a lot of that replaying to do, but here comes the secret. You can replay the final level, and if you're strong enough to make it through another set of zombies, you can get a nice little surprise at the end. It's 3,100 this time. Okay, we're gonna drop the bomb. Let's go. Perfect. 7, boom, boom, and boom. Go down, boy. That's another pack. Oh, I've got the little timer here. Okay, I gotta freeze. Let it go, let it go. Get fried, boy. The kick. What is the kick? The duck's bird! There we go. 900. We've got 800 here. And then the final one is boom, done. And here comes the little surprise. You get 2 packs. Another Undertaker. Yes, you can get more than 1 Undertaker if you finish it again, which is something not a lot of people have known, because everyone assumes you just finish that last level and you're done, you're Gucci. Nah, go back in, play another one. You get 3 of the equipment, so I'm guessing there's going to be a way of getting a 3rd one. Wesley, which again, bad luck, but it is a pro, so it's something. You get the Halloween cards as well afterwards, which means you can max out the Halloween cards, which is kind of crazy. A nice little bonus, shall we say. That's an F2 AJ Styles, by the way. I have an F3 very, very soon. Oh, okay, well, I like that one personally. We will just very quickly check out the pixel. Good God almighty. I'm not changing that title image. That title image, it's absolute perfection. So, question is, how good are these 2 Undertakers, 226 and 227? Well, let's level them up and find out. I guess we're also going to find out how good the pieces of equipment is as well. I mean, that on its own is pretty damn powerful. We got this on the first roll, so we didn't quite get so lucky this time, but maybe we will the second time. 719 speed, not what I'm after, but if he was to re-roll and get the maximum, I would get 898 power, which would just be what? Especially for a male. And I will say this is a great replacement if you're in campaign and you're going hard for campaign for someone like Dominic Mysterio. That's your boy. I just want to know about this 3rd one. I want to know where we're going to get that 3rd Undertaker. Ooh, 558 ability? No siree. Oh, okay. I'll take that. That's what should have been on the other one. We got power, 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 and a little bit of toughness in there as well for good measure. Base level, no momentum, no equipment. He is just under a Roman Reigns with a Inferno piece of equipment, without equipment, but with momentum. He's just behind Trick Williams for the Heroic Pro with a piece of equipment attached to him, and Bret the Hitman Hart with the piece of equipment attached. He's the best by quite a distance. His power's 9249, and that's not even maxed out. So with it being maxed out, that would probably be near enough 10,000. Toughness 7188. The one thing he doesn't have, Cody 3 stats him. Vanilla Cody with that piece of equipment, 3 stats. Mr. Taker, very interesting. Inferno, Bianca, Bailey is mine. Look at that beauty. Again, I'm still wondering how we're gonna get the pro, considering she's so hard to get and there's no pro in the event. And hey, all those spears that we got, we can now finally use them. I do like the image though. We know where we're going with it. We know where we're going with it. Bianca Belair, we're gonna keep the egg this time. And we have a full lineup of all the cards. We've got Alexa, we've got Undertaker, Liv Morgan, Zelina, Nakamura, AJ Styles. It's an Inferno party around here. And yes, 2 takers. Haha! Another small little tip is to come back to the mode every so often. If you're playing other modes like events, team stomping grounds, survivor, TLC, whatever, come back. Even if your summoning spell isn't ready, you might just have a random ghost flying around. Sometimes they can be a pumpkin or a skull. Talking about skulls and pumpkins, I have now reached 1,500 pumpkins and skulls, meaning that with a tap of a button, my Liv Morgan is now a pro. And yeah, I wasn't lying to you. It is the hardest because getting 1,500 skulls or pumpkins on free to play is not happening. I'm not even sure she's that OP, especially compared to the Undertaker, who's way above the best card in the game. Especially as her arrow is the same as Rhea Ripley, so you just kind of play the event. Back to Poor Man's though, we did finish the quest. I do have the pack to open, so I'm going to do that right now. First of all, Zelina Vega. I've got many thoughts about this. My main thought was on Twitter. I'm just going to show it here. You guys can read it if you want, but I don't understand why we get a SummerSlam reward at the very end of a season. Seems a little bit stingy. But we do have the Play Zombies pack, which has a chance of getting one of the top Inferno cards, and I get 2 Tundras and a zombie. Wonderful. The important point I want to stress is this. Season 11 is likely weeks away, and as hard as the FOMO hits now, you'll feel much better for not pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone spending or gameplay wise. The design of the mode to bottleneck the pumpkins and skulls only frustrates players into spending, which is crazy considering how much easier earlier modes were in Inferno Rarity. The same goes for SummerSlam. Unless the sourcing of pumpkins and skulls increases, I'd realign your expectations with the event. Hopefully, word gets to them that people are not happy and they change things up. But do you want to know more about that mystery code I mentioned earlier on and how far we've worked it out? Check this video up at the top here. Or if you want to see more of my free-to-play account antics, go down to this playlist for Poor Man's SuperCard. And I'll see you in the next one. Love ya. Bye bye.